Well, welcome. Right, it's another day, and actually you've probably already been out to sea, back in Liverpool. So this is visit 6 so far to Liverpool, and despite everything I've done on the first 5, which equates to around 100 pubs of Liverpool so far, I still feel like I've barely scratched the surface, and every time I come to Liverpool I discover more streets, more pubs, more great things to do. So yeah, expect a bunch of great new pubs and stuff in today. Might get a couple of revisits in, hopefully will do, but I'm going to get through as many new ones as I possibly can. It's just gone 12 o'clock lunchtime on a Wednesday, just after Easter, so it's the week before pay week as well, so don't judge anything if it's not busy yet. I'm sure it will be. Liverpool's always busy, but pub number 1 of the day then, and I did not even know Liverpool have one of these. It's the Head of Steam in Hanover House, where the Epstein Theatre is. But yeah, I've done most of the Head of Steams across the country, I think, and I did not even know Liverpool had one until about 2 minutes ago. So, dead happy to be kickstarting. They've always got decent beers on, so Head of Steam, pub number 1 for trip 6 to Liverpool. I'm always a big fan of this particular chain. I think they do it really, really well. We had one in Nottingham, and it didn't last, it didn't work. It was only there a very short time and it went, so I'm pleased to see that every time I go somewhere else, all of them seem to still be there, still have real good beer selection on, and seem to do well. So bring one back to Nottingham. But no, this one is great. Take around the Vault City on there. So I love that bevy across the Mersey, that's a great name. I've started with American Breakfast Stouts today, run BMC. But there is always such a good beer lineup in the Head of Steam places, including Delirium Red. If you fancy starting on that early on, great set of cask ale offerings and things as well. The song's changed, we can carry on showing you what's here. But I'm really impressed. It's another decent sized Head of Steam. I really don't understand why the Nottingham one didn't work. It's a good looking place, and pool tables up here in this and a shuffleboard table. Looks pretty cool. Good place to start number 6 of Liverpool. From Head of Steam, geographically, it just makes sense to walk straight across the road and do ONeals, because again I know I haven't done that yet. So we'll make ONeals stop 2 of today. Again, I don't mind the ONeals ones, they ain't too shabby. That looks nice, the Empire, but I can't find an opening time for it, so see what we can find out about it. ONeals up next. It's an ONeals. There's not a lot to tell you about ONeals. It's quite a pleasant one. Staff are friendly enough. It looks nice. It's been well decked out. It's got a decent keg lineup of beer, like they always do have. So I've gone with a Punk IPA for beer number 2 of the day. But yeah, it's a decent ONeals. So you know what? They don't do a bad job with the way they deck stuff out, and there is always plenty. A decent keg choice on ONeals. A few doors down from ONeals. This one's very Liverpool, very aptly named. McCartneys Bar, and it is situated in the Hanover Hotel. Still a fully functioning hotel. So McCartneys Bar will be stop number 3 of the day. But yeah, very, very Liverpool. Let's face it, you're going to name stuff after the Beatles around here, aren't you? It's a Star Pubs. One you can tell by the beer lineup that's on, so it's not necessarily a beer lineup that infuses me. So Moretti for number 3. But yeah, I can see in the part of the city that it's in, I bet it's the right fun pub, late going party gaps. Got a couple of pool tables and stuff in as well. This is how we tell. It's Heineken Star Pub owned. But yeah, I bet it's a bit of a late night fun pub. Good space. Looks like there's a karaoke or something, which is always good fun, especially in this part of the city. I bet I'm kind of just zigzagging across this road at the moment. There's another one opposite that as well. So while we're here, it seems silly not to just keep the run going and do the stuff that's here. So another one I'd never heard of. Lounge 69. So bar open cocktails, gin bar, beers, coffee, food are being served. Have a DJ Friday and Saturday, karaoke on a Thursday. So it's my 4th stop of the day then, is going to be a Lounge 69. Smart looking little gaff. Probably more of a food place than it is a drinking spot, but it's got a decent little keg mix and stuff on. Got myself a fruity cider, a dark fruit Magnus, you know, just to keep my palate fresh of different stuff. It's pretty nice. There's got some balcony seating and stuff up there. It's quite a swanky little venue. Decent little cocktail menu going. If you like your porn star martinis, like Holly does, or Sex on the Beach, something like that. 2 for £10 all day, every day. Pretty good value, that. And all that onto the little side street around the back. So it's the side street where Head of Steam is, where I started. But I only just found out this one was here as well. So walking down, and this is obviously probably a really famous old Liverpool institution that may well have been a post office at one point. You ask me how I know that it may well have been a post office at some point. I mean, the name kind of tells me it might well have been, but you never know. It might not have been. Maybe that bit on the end was perhaps an old post office, but now it is most definitely a craft union pub. So, old post office, my 5th stop of the day, and there is always someone drilling something when I'm filming it. Always. Old post office up next. It's a craft union booth, isn't it? So the beer choice in here is Stonegate, in it, and it's soul destroying, really. There are 2 casks of Campbells filled with hobgoblin. Imagine like Stonegate and Marston's going into team with, just don't even start with. But you know what? It's packed, absolutely packed. I've just gone 1 in the afternoon. We got it, and it is busy in here. So can't knock it. They're doing something right. The prices in craft union are always cheap. You know, if you can get over, and I can stomach a Guinness. So if you can get over that, then they ain't a bad brand, really. It's craft union taps. I mean, there's always plenty of bottles in it, so the deals are cheap. But as you can see, it is pretty busy by this time. Some nice tiling in the entranceway over there. It's a pretty small L-shaped craft union, but it is a craft union. If you're going to be here for the day, introduce yourself to people.
Hi, my name's Dan. Nice to meet you all.
Dan's going to be out with me for a little while, so nice to have some company. But yeah, that's pretty much it for it. In that thing where I just kind of wander aimlessly and see what we come, because I never would have found this one just searching on Google Maps. So I'm on the way back to the Bridewell, so I want to do a better video for you in the Bridewell than we got last time. So the Saturday I did that and it was really busy. So wandering towards that, and we stumble down a side street and we come to this. Pattersons. There's chicken and tunes, but the building, so it's got a little roof terrace and stuff on it as well. That is 100% an old pub building. It does look as though it still operates mainly as a pub. So you know what? Let's get in and see what Pattersons have got to offer. Full vibe of this place, and that's about the biggest guitar I've ever seen. That's up there. That's size comparisons of the entire wall, near enough. But a bit like that Death by Tacos in Chester a few weeks ago. Yeah, chicken and a bar type place in called this old bar. So let's show you around the front as well. So cool, yeah, it's one of those sort of cool, quirky vibes. But anyone's watched the Chester video and seen Death by Tacos, you see what I mean. But one thing I am mega impressed by with this little gaff, which is definitely an old pub, is their cocktails and stuff. Look, they are drying their own fruit. You do not see that in many places. Many places putting the effort in. So fair play to them for putting the effort in to that. It's a pretty cool little vibe menu. Look, famous fried chicken, 250 grams, 500 grams, or a kilo's worth of chicken, half price on a Wednesday as well. If only I had the time, eh? I'm going to a food market soon though. But yeah, burgers, chicken wings. It's a decent little. I like it. I'm all over a little place like independent businesses doing something different. I'm all over. Love it. Well worth a look. Okay, right, so today's first revisit. Now, I have to come back to this one for you because honestly, when we got here before, it was a Saturday, it was mega busy, and I really don't think I did it justice with the video for it. It is something quite exceptional. It is an old police station that now operates as one of Liverpool's most notorious and well-known pubs. It is, of course, the Bridewell. So, former police station. Wonderful looking old building, isn't it? Steeped in history. It really is absolutely steeped in history. So on the corner here, Campbell Square, steeped in history. And Charles Dickens was once sworn in as a police officer here for just one night to sort out the unknown traveller. But he was a frequent visitor to Liverpool and stuff anyway. So while we're on the outside, might as well have you a little walk into the courtyard and stuff, because there is even a little plaque up to commemorate Charles Dickens in here. But yeah, what a cool little place. So let me take you inside and show you. This is Caitlin as well. So if you watched the Hoyland video, you would have met Caitlin's dad Lee, who was a lovely fella as well. But let's get you inside and show you the rest of this. Tell you, this is one that we need to have a proper wander through and a proper look at. I really do mean that. This place is absolutely stunning. So still got the old cells, the doors and stuff anyway. It's just It's just one of those incredible feelings walking into it. Here is the beer offering in here. I went with the Saint Monday. So plenty of cask ale offerings in here as well, and plenty of others. But we need to take you on a little wander of the place anyway, just to show you how gorgeous it actually is. So the old police cells and stuff. This little corridor, look how cool that looks. As you walk down here, these were, the old cells would have been on each side of this. It is one of those, I absolutely adore it in here. I think it's such a cool vibe. And I just felt you needed to have a proper look at how wonderful this place is. Well, let me show you the other side of the cell. So you come down this side. So this is literally, they go through. You've got the little back bit of them down here as well. But what a wicked vibe, what a cool place. It's just, it's one of those you definitely need to come and see. Wandering down then, I love Bridewell, it's such a great place. So we're walking down a street now that I've never been down. So we discover as we go, don't we? And you know what? This serves alcohol. It's like a bar to me. The Brunch and Cocktail Club. I mean, I'm up for a cocktail. I'm always up for a cocktail. I'm awake, aren't I? I'm up for a cocktail. So the Brunch and Cocktail Club is probably, we bought for 90 seconds from the Bridewell down. I've no idea what this street is called, but there is Duke. It's probably called Duke Street because that's called Duke Street Food and Market, you know. So, right, so Duke Street, onto Duke Street, we'll do the Brunch and Cocktail Club next. But you know why I come to these places? It's to show people that as much as fearful of a place that you might be as you walk past and go, oh, you know what, that's not for me. Sometimes you can go in and you can actually see that actually, you know what, hey, it really isn't that bad. It's very swanky looking. It's been very well done. The cocktail menu is good. They're not expensive either, and it is definitely somewhere that we would come for. We come for a bottomless brunch. It's somewhere that is, it's worth popping in. If you like a cocktail, not expensive here, come and pop in. Looks very swanky in here. It is a very nice looking bar. So if you want this kind of vibe, this kind of environment, you know what? I can recommend it. The Pina Colada alternative was pretty good too. Did not object to that in there at all, to be fair. Swanky looking place. They're not somewhere that necessarily would call it a walk, but maybe you should. And dead opposite it then is and we know I love these. Little street food market. Duke Street Food and Drink Market. So street food vendors, a couple of bars in there from what I hear right up my street. So it probably will grab a little bit of stomach lining now, before we continue on in search of Liverpool's other best pubs. Yeah, so food street market. Got some nibbles, beef brisket nachos. I mean, probably up for that. I love these street market places. They're really cool. So there's loads of good variety in here, no matter what sort of cuisine you want. There's pizzas, there's Mexican, there's a seafood guy down the end, but it's really good quality. So those nachos. Quite pricey, but some of the best nachos I've probably ever eaten, and the gaff is pretty cool. What you want in here, you will pretty much find it. So the pizza was, Dana one of them was pretty good. I want a Mexican and nachos from there, from Big Lola's. I was dead impressed. But there is so much choice in here. Latin barbecue. What about you want steaks, things like that? Yeah, steaks up on a bone and block. Clubfish, their seafood dealer. It is a really cool amount of stuff available here with the bar and things as well. I love these street food markets. Absolutely, they're great. Okay, right, carrying on walking down Duke Street. I'm going to do a second revisit. They're heading over. I think it's towards the docks sort of area. They're heading over that way, but can't walk past this again without getting you a better video of this. Because again, stumbled across this last time. Didn't know it was here. And it's pretty mint. It's the Monroe. So these guys that own this, called something like 1838 Company or something like that. I don't know. But same guys that own St Peter's Tavern, and have done that. The Red Lion, and I'm told one of the ones I'm on to later they own. The White Hart as well, one of theirs. Decked out to look real old inside and absolutely stunning. So a redo for the Monroe up next. Scratch 1838 is 1936 company. The 1936 company, that is right. But they deck them all out looking absolutely stunning like this. It honestly gives you the illusion of them being really old, when actually they're not that old at all as pubs. But it looks mega in the ceiling, everything else about it. is bang on. I'll show you around. Beer-wise, you won't struggle to find something that you absolutely want. A wealth of real ales. I've gone with the Elephants and Acrobats in this one, but it isn't just the ales at that end. There's also another 3, 4, 5, 6. I've lost count of how many ales and stuff there are in here to do. Thank you. And then it looks great. Yeah, let me spin you round to where the fires go. These places, they really do tickle my fancy, so to speak. I think they're so well done. They look amazing inside. The decor that they put in on them, the White Hart again. Watch the video with the White Hart in, you'll see what I mean by it. But just the decor, the pillars, the ceiling, everything about them looks absolutely bang on the way they do it. It does look absolutely phenomenal. So another one, the Monroe is definitely one you should be kind of visit. Right, we're walking and we're finding places. Oh, it's her fault now. Right, it's her fault now. So have you been there? Right, I've never done this one though. So went to see my mate Aaron, who always drinks in Largo. So we were in there and we're walking up now towards where we were going. So have you been in there? No, I haven't been in there. So you know what? Let's we're not gonna walk past. Oh, it's Caitlin's fault. We're going in. So it's this. It's Salt Dog Slims. So I have done Pug Mahomes and Largo, where my buddy Aaron drinks is just there in the corner. So she's had a beer, Right, so we're in Salt Dog Slims for the next stop of the day then. I love a dive bar. And this is about as divey as dive bars get, to be fair. It's pretty cool. Graffiti all over the walls. Three keg choices. A wealth of stuff to choose from in the fridges. But yeah, it's a proper dive bar. You can see, you always like there's nothing wrong with seeing a graffitied wall. 3 bits on. And bras hanging from the ceiling. Apparently it's safe. If you go come in here and you want to buy yourself a drink with your bra, you can get a free drink for parting with your bra in here. So nip in Primark, girls, get yourself a bra, get down here, get a drink. Quirky dive bar that's also got a decent little outdoor area. So yeah, but this is when it's packed, especially in summer. This comes in massively useful. But yeah, I love a dive bar. I do. And I can serve bottles and stuff from out here during the summer as well. I love a dive bar, right? Out of a dive bar and into... So this looks quite historic, to be honest, but it looks like a whopping great beer garden, doesn't it? Okay, it's another one I've definitely never done. It's at the top of Seal Street, which is the road that has the dive bar on. And it's called Red Door. Definitely 100% never done Red Door. It looks like a massive great beer garden. There are going to be loads of buses that drive past me now, but this is the area to see where I am currently. So, Red Door, and I think it's like stop 12 of the day so far. Oh, this is alright. So massive high ceilings, but the acoustics in here are wonderful. So yeah, massive. This looks like some form of maybe old factory building, something like that. So massive, great big windows, massive high ceilings. 5 keg choices. It's modern. It definitely looks and feels a modern site, but it's got that big beer garden outside. Take a look at. I'll be honest, like that's quite a beer garden space. So again, city centre beer gardens. As far as city centre beer gardens go, that's pretty impressive, really. A bit of rattan furniture going on out there as well. Little courtyard bit. I'm sure this is probably during winter the only bit that's open. But that door probably stays closed. But it is a decent looking little place, to be honest. That is Red Door. Heading up the side street from there, because we're still heading towards the newly opened one. But third revisit of the day then. But again, this was so busy last time I came, I don't feel that I did it justice. So one of the grapes, not the Matthew Street grapes. This is the one that's much better. And it is a wicked pub. It's the one on the corner of Knight Street, The Grapes. But it is, yeah, I was mega impressed by this last time we were here as well. And it was really, really busy. I don't feel that the video footage we've got of this really does this great pub justice. So let's take in and show you this one in all its glory. So third revisit of the day, but I've got no qualms about being back in the Grapes. I don't want to stop back in here because, again, endless beer choice galore, including a sour. It's a really, really good sour, one I've never heard of before. So, yes, I know there's a grey hair in my beard. I've seen it already, so stop looking at it. Leave me alone, right? So, it is, right, 10, 8, 10 eggs. cask choices. Loads of good kegs. You can tell I'm getting tipsy, going. Loads of good. It's just a good pub. So I went with Manhattan Firefly in here. Really, really nice. So blueberry pie sour mash. I was very impressed. But loads of stuff. That got some cask. It's dog friendly, and that is a little sweetie as well. Absolute little sweetie. But other casks, other kegs. Rustic vibe to the pub, and I absolutely, honestly, I'm a massive fan again of this one, so never will object to coming back in this one at all. On to the aptly named Pilgrim Street, where you will find the brand newly reopened, only opened a week ago. Well, see the Pilgrim. So yeah, Pilgrim Street. So these are two pubs in one. So the Pilgrim is the pub to the right, which is the underground part of it, so I am told. But I'm so glad to see this is absolutely a beautiful cobble street called Pilgrim Street. So I'm so pleased to hear that this is reopened. So yeah, sister pub to the Monroe that we're in for this video earlier, also St Peter's Tavern and several others. Well, looking forward to seeing what this is like. Under into this one, and it's certainly got the wow factor. So you come in off street level, walk down some stairs. Obviously, the beer garden bit that to walk through is on the upper level, but walk down a little bit into the basement level of it, and it's got the wow factor. When you walk in, it will make you go, wow, that's pretty beautiful. I'm so pleased that something like this has been saved and is open, because it feels cavern clubby almost. Dare I say that? That's almost what it feels like. Good little cart mix. And 6 on the kegs, but it looks dead impressive. Honestly, it gives you the wow. When you walk in, it gives you the wow. And it does. And you see what I mean by the cavern club vibe, the cavern club feel to it. It gives you the wow. As I walked in, I took a little gasp of air, and I was like, yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big believer in a place that looks like this. But I said they always, don't they? They always do nail it when they come and do. They always nail everything they do. I think when it comes to pubs, these guys just know their stuff, and it looks mint. Massive fan of that. I thought that was absolutely superb. So the fact that was closed for a while and might have gone is an absolute travesty. So pleased they've saved it. I think that's good. But the upper deck, completely separate pub, been open for a while. This one is the Mayflower Inn. So the Pilgrim, the Mayflower Inn, built 1798. Apparently the building, I bet that probably goes for the Pilgrim and stuff as well. That says 1981 on there, so who knows? Maybe it was an old cellar or something added later. I don't know. But yeah, built 1798. The Mayflower Inn is the next port of call for the day. From the Pilgrim that they've done really well. Upstairs into here, it's also been done really well. Honestly, this is incredible looking. Again, these guys might be becoming one of my favourite pub companies in the entire United Kingdom, because they just get it. Everything looks amazing. Come up from the downstairs as well, from the Pilgrim into here, but there's an upper floor for the with balcony seating and stuff as well. But I am really blown away by the sheer quality of what both of these ones offer. They're absolutely top notch. They really are. Oh, what is it? They're a lager. It's actually nice. Actually, really good for a lager. But plenty of old choice on that. I think these are wicked, but the upstairs especially does massively impress me. It is pretty cool. Look at it. Wandering about thing does occasionally aid, because I'm pretty sure that this we just got to was either closed down or a restaurant last time I was on Hope Street, and now it's 100% a pub. Maybe it's me, maybe it's not. It is now the Dog and Collar pub. Either way, I can't see why I ever would have walked past this and not gone in, which suggests to me it perhaps wasn't a pub last time I was here. So, Dog and Collar pub. So this is Hope Street. This goes all the way. So that is, you see before you get to the alien church, the thing on the left hand side there is the Philharmonic dining rooms. So that is the part of Liverpool that I'm in. But yeah, I've definitely never done the Dog and Collar pub before. So is that next? Not mental. It's only been open for 7 weeks. So for once, it's not me, you know? For once, it wasn't me. I genuinely, when I walked past, I was like, there is no way on earth that was definitely a pub when I walked past it last time I was in. So I'm right, 7 weeks on its own. But whatever they've done to it, done a good job. So it's an old building, 1700 and something, 1782 I think it's in that side. So old building, done a good job with it. Set on 3 floors. decent beer as well. Yeah, so 4 good ales, and they are really good choices of the ales on in here, and some really good stuff. So I love a little flaky Northern Monk is a real favourite of mine. But I went with this, try the Heritage Dog Lager. It's actually a really good lager, really good thing. But what I've done with this in the time it's been closed and time I've got it open, it looks pretty good. I'm a fair play for getting it open. A little upstairs dining space in here. It's quite nicely decked out. Look. Does, to be fair, it does look really good up in here. Nice finding one that I didn't know about, but gotta do a revisit to this one. Are you all right over there?
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
I'm called.
No idea. Right, but this was John Lennon's favourite pub. Yeah, no. So it's good enough for John Lennon. It's good enough for me, isn't it? So this is the Crack. It's spelled Y-E crack with an E on the end. Ye Crack, if you want to say it like I actually can. But as I said, John Lennon's favourite pub. This was John Lennon's local. And rumour has it is closing very soon, in a week or so. Hopefully only for a very short time while they do something to it and get it reopened. But the tile into the front is exquisite. It's one of those. This is a Liverpool institution. Losing this pub would be a travesty. So whatever we do, let's make sure this gets back open. So it may be at the very last time I sit in at the Crack in its current connotation, but luckily we found out. So it's been sold. It's a freehold thing at the moment, so free light, but it's been sold to someone else who's coming in and buying it. But it sounds as though it's going to be closed down, reopened as a pub. But all I can say is, whoever's bought this, please do not F about with this. Please do not muck it up, because this is the way that God wanted this to look. And it should remain as such. Going with Hinky Punk, which is a new one on me as such. But so I have it on good authority that John Lennon used to put his stool right here, and John Lennon used to sit right there at the bar. I have that on good authority. This is exactly the spot where John Lennon sat time and time again. That, exactly there, is where John Lennon sat. You know what I always say on this channel? Never let the truth get in the way of a good story, because that may well very not have been where John Lennon sat, but we are not going to worry about that tonight, are we? We are not going to worry about that tonight, so we are going to say that was the spot John Lennon sat in, because he definitely did used to come in this pub, so that much is a fact. That much is a fact. And I said, whoever buys this, please don't ruin it. Please don't change anything about these wonderful corridors or anything else. Please do leave the integrity of this wonderful old Liverpool institution to be the way it was designed to be. All the way down towards the docks, because everybody shouted out Hobo Kiosk, which definitely should be up until 10. It's 9:30. Don't ever happen to me. Unless there's some kind of secret knock, but I don't think there is. Right, so we can't do Hobo Kiosk tonight, but let's face it, it's not like I've not got loads to come back to Liverpool and do anyway. Yay, I love Liverpool. But just up the road is Duck and Swagger. I mean, sounds fine by me. So, where one door closes, or is closed, we cross the road and we do the door that is open. So the Duck and Swagger will be the one that is open. Duck and Swagger then is definitely the hotel bar to the above Baltic Hotel. But you know what? This is a bar, a pub on its own, really. So it's definitely worth coming. If you want to watch the football, on a big screen. A decent little keg mix of stuff going on, and one of those beautiful old school coloured jukeboxes that I always fall in love with no matter where I go. So it's worth a walk, this. This little tap mix in this though includes jute from Salt. So that's always good with me. But yeah, it's basically the hotel bar for the Baltic Hotel. So that is why you perhaps would not have heard of it as a pub, because that is what it is. But it's a decent enough looking little bar, standalone bar on its own. One of the other reasons for coming down here was to finally, and I mean finally, make it along to this. Because again, I've talked about getting here ever since the very first time I think I came down to Liverpool. It's one of the ones I was like, yeah, I want to get to there. Walk of Love Lane Brewery. So yeah, it's actually a very impressive building, isn't it, that? Liverpool institution, Love Lane Brewery. You can find their beers on sale all over the city, including the Cavern Club. So Love Lane Brewery, you don't see them often outside of Liverpool, not in the places I've been to so far anyway, which is a bit of a shame because everything I've had from them been pretty good. So let's go and see Love Lane Brewery. I've wanted to get to these guys for a while, and I'm really glad that I have finally today managed to get here because, yeah, you know I love a brewery tap. It's a very good brewery tap. You can see there's the windows that open into the brewery side, so you can see where all the magic happens. There's a good little beer board going on the stuff as well. There's a pool table, do food. It's a proper brewery tap. Oh, I don't know, right, finding whatever is still open. So, 2.5 minute walk from Love Lane Brewery around to another part of Liverpool that I know nothing about, I've not been down to before. The Arts Bar Baltic. So I have done an arts bar before, the one up on Hope Street, opposite the Pen Factory, near the Philharmonic Dining Rooms, is an arts bar. So I did that and it was really cool. So this is another one of the arts bar ones. This is Arts Bar Baltic, down on this massive busy road, opposite the big fan collector, the golf place. So I don't know, Arts Bar Baltic up next. I was right, there are only two arts bars, Hope Street and Baltic. So I've now done both. It's very samey, very similar to the other arts bar, which is a pretty cool vibe because I really liked both arts bars, to be fair. And it's open late on a Wednesday, and quite a few people here. Can't go wrong with that, really. Good little live music stage, and there's a piano over in the back as well. So it's a cool venue. So I absolutely loved the Hope Street one, and I think this is pretty cool as well. Decent little keg mix. Off from, I had a strayer. I haven't had a strayer all day, so I was happy with that. But it's a cool little vibe. These are pretty good little venues. One of the bars that people keep telling me I needed to get to down this end is literally just over the road from the arts bar. But loads of people said to me I need to get here, and I hadn't made it yet. Tried so many times and not made it. I've made it this time, and it's Punch Tomies. So this is a big, quite. Whoa, that's a building, isn't it? So Punch Tomies. So many people had said to me over the time, like, if you want to go to an Irish bar in Liverpool, Punch Tomies is one of the ones to get to. And finally, once again, I am here. Bear in mind that I'm filming this on a Wednesday night, and it's gone like 11:30 at night. This might be one of the biggest, the most impressive looking Irish bars I have ever seen. I wasn't expecting anything like this when I walked in. This place is huge. Oh no, so this is the back bar. It's not even the front bar. This is the back bar part of it. So I can imagine that this gets absolutely rammed on a weekend night. Humongous part. So this is the front bar, where it should be where there's a bit more of a hive of activity. But yeah, honestly, I was not expecting anything. I was not expecting anything like this at all. It's one of those that people have told me I need to get to loads of times. I'm glad to be here. Not only do we like wander through the two bars, there's another room to the back of it as well. Out here, and there's a well in the yeah. There is an actual well that you can stand on, jump around on, and look down. So yeah, that is honestly, this place is. I get now why everybody has said that this is pretty incredible. What a phenomenal looking place this. This is one of the biggest pubs I've ever seen. Honestly, one of the biggest pubs. So I'm still literally wandering around in awe of kind of second well. No, honestly, I've literally found a second well beneath it, where the cogs and stuff are, an even bigger perhaps well space to stand on. Yeah, this is absolutely incredible as a building. Might be one of the most beautiful things I've seen. So come up here onto the outside bit. There's another bar up here on this bit, and then up here a massive outdoor beer gardening space. Wow. What yeah, I totally now understand why so many people have said I've got to come and see this Punch Tomies, because it is it's quite the place. Another one of those sort of late nights where I'm just now sort of wandering with other places. So you know what, something's open. Quite Ugly's still open. I know I've done it before, but yeah, sorry, it's still Quite Ugly again. It is a grand old building. Right, I'm heading into Quite Ugly. See you in there. Quite Ugly bar. There's something else. What is happening? There's something else. Royal Hoagie bars, they are something else. Still there. They really are something else. They're always an experience. They're always, but you can watch the football there, you can watch football there. Plus whatever else you want to watch. So, out we go. They are definitely experienced no matter what we do, they're always an absolute experience. Maybe, I know there is definitely stuff here that I've never done, and maybe I've never done it because it definitely doesn't feel like it's probably my vibe, but well, we're out, aren't we? So, right, next we're going to do this. So we're going to do McCartneys, because yeah, I've never done McCartneys, so let's do McCartneys. It ain't nowhere near as bad as what I would perhaps expect it to be. It's a late night chab shooty bar, innit? But you know what? It's who's that girl? It ain't as bad as I expected it to be. Yeah, in all honesty, it's nowhere near as bad as I actually thought it was going to be. It's alright, it's alright. Well, Liverpool trip 6 in the bag then. And again, I didn't get to half of the ones I actually intended to get to today. However, excuse me, it's been another magical trip around this absolutely phenomenal city. Finding some absolute bangers. So this city never ever ceases to impress me. It's always, honestly, the best drinking city in the country. This honestly is. So see you soon for visit number 7, because there's so much to do.